What is going on, you guys? It is the Boom TB coming at you today with a brand new video. And today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be testing out to see the true strength of a Guardian. I'm going to be going over some lore tips and some things that I have found quite interesting. So hope you guys do enjoy this. This actually took a long time to be able to gather all these resources, so I hope y'all do enjoy. The Guardian. Guardians were sent out by the Traveler to be able to protect its what remains of the light as we know it. But what I have come to know is that later on in Destiny 2, we're going to be stripped of our light. So, what happens to us? What happens to our ghosts? What happens to those that love us dear? You know, whether it be the Exo Stranger, Osiris, whoever it may be, whoever. We see that the tower is destroyed. Many other Guardians are in ruins, dead, maybe not even with us anymore, maybe on different planets. But the one thing we do know for sure is we're scavengers. We're being hunted. Killed off one by Gaul, the Cabal leader. But one thing is certain. We're not all unarmed. So, in case you haven't played Taken King, a little bit of a spoiler alert, I'm going to wait a little bit. There we go. Alright. So, for those that have played Taken King, if you've played on a Hunter, Titan, Warlock, whatever it may be, you've seen, ways that we can be able to unlock a new subclass, whether it be through nature, through other Guardians, or even through the sun, which as we see through the Sunbreakers, lightning we see through the Stormcaller, and the Night Stalker's bow from a Guardian. So, with this in mind, that we are no longer going to have light, could this mean that the only supers that we could have are the Night Stalkers, the Sunbreakers, and the Stormcallers? We can obviously see the Stormcallers are still in the game due to, the Stormcallers being shown in this one clip right here. We could easily see that Ikora Ray is using the Thunderstrike, her melee, to show that I guess it's a little hint at the fact that yes, we're still keeping some of the supers. Now, this is what brings up a great mind to me, because yes, we're filled with all this light and so forth, and maybe we have to adapt to not having it anymore. As Dredgen Yor once said to a citizen, you have a spark. A spark is minuscule, but a spark is something nonetheless. Which means that citizens also have light and so forth. Which also brings in mind the question, how strong are the Guardians? Are we pretty much invincible? I mean, as we can be able to see, we are able to be rezzed. So in part time, yes, we are in somewhat invincible. But with our ghost being gone, we'll have to rely on our true strength, our wits, and our skills. Meaning, death is death. There's no resurrection, there's no coming back from it. You're just dead. That's it. End of story. Which brings up a good question. How strong are truly the Guardians? So, let's do some math. Let's state that each armor piece, including each shoulder pad, is roughly, let's say, 50 pounds. If this were the case, you could potentially looking at a Guardian to carry around themselves almost 350 pounds. That's a lot of weight, especially for the average human being to be carrying around, or Exo, or Awoken, whoever it may be. Which brings up the question. Yes, we were chosen by our ghosts, but maybe our ghost wasn't looking at our light. Maybe it was looking at our strengths, our skills, our wits. Whatever it may be. We may never know until Destiny 2 comes out, but what we do know for now is our Guardians are not the average person. In fact, they're way more. We look into the darkness without our eyes even blinking. We act on instinct, practically. It's almost on repeat. Which also brings up a good question. How good are we? And if we're not good, how bad are we? I remember reading a Reddit post about this Guardian who ran into a thrall who said, the darkness. And it kind of puzzled him because it's usually not a line that you would hear, especially not in this type of game where you're represented as the hero. You know, you're protecting the light. You're killing off these guys that want to kill the light. But what if light is misunderstood? What if it's misinterpreted? That also brings up a good question, you know? What are we? Are we good? Are we bad? Whatever it may be. So with the Guardians, you know, and how strong we are, and I believe MatPat did a game theory. He did an episode on how Luigi is able to, it was either Luigi or Mario, how they're able to double jump, which practically is breaking the earth doing so, because you're relying on the wind to pretty much lift you up in a sense. And yes, this could be understood as, you know, the light doing this for us, which, you know, is there going to be double jumping in Destiny 2 if our light is gone? So it just makes you wonder about what may or may not happen in Destiny 2. Another good question that was brought to mind is how are we going to store our stuff? Are we going to have to rely on our inventory to keep up with stuff, or is there going to be something new entirely implemented? Is there going to be, if it is implemented, infinite storage, you know? It just makes you wonder about what may and what may not happen with Destiny 2. I mean, these are the questions that we need to start asking. Is how is Volt going to be played? Because obviously it's going to play a role. We can already tell of that. The question is how is it going to be played? That's the question. So Guardians, I do ask you, what may happen? What are your theories? What do you think is going to happen? I know that this is not, you know, a very popular game, especially with, you know, the whole DLC dealio that they're doing, and I can't really blame them. They're in a contract with Activision, and if any of y'all have ever played a Call of Duty game, you can be able to see that Activision likes to rush things. They like to have it right then and now, you know. They don't like to have it waiting. It explains why they try to have a Call of Duty every single year, which, in my opinion, is showing that they aren't putting a whole lot of effort in the game. Sure, it may seem like it with the story and so forth, but to me it just seems rushed, which isn't a good thing to be thinking of while you're playing a game. But the one thing that I am very concerned of is how is Grimoire going to be introduced into Destiny 2? In case y'all dropped out of Destiny or haven't even played Destiny, period, and you're just clicking on this video, thank you for coming this far, first of all. But Grimoire is the lore of the game, and Bungie had many, many, many complaints about the lore of the game not even being in the game. It's an external site you have to go to, which kind of made a lot of people mad. Will Grimoire be introduced into Destiny 2, or will it just be gone entirely, and we'll have to rely on the sheer story to introduce stuff, which I hope that's the case. But at the same time, are they going to introduce everything? We can see Hawthorne being a new character, a guardian, well, not exactly a guardian, but a person that had lived outside the city's walls almost all of her life, relying nothing but on her wits, her skill, and her helping hand to help others that are banished or even lost from the light, to help them gain back, survive. Better yet, teach. My question to y'all is, what's going to happen? What are your theories? What are your thoughts? Whatever it may be. Guys, that's pretty much it for me. Hope you guys did enjoy this. This research and so forth kind of took a little bit to compile all together. These are just some major thoughts that I've been thinking of. You know, what may happen in Destiny 2 and what even may happen with the main story, you know. Destiny Guides, if you've ever watched Halo Follower or whoever it may be, Destiny Guides, he's a member of the Halo Follower team, and he released a, well, let me just think before I speak. He released a video stating about how, oh geez, now I lost the idea. Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah. He released a video and he brought up the good idea about how what happens if Destiny 2 comes out? What's going to ever happen to Destiny, the core game? Are we going to simply just lose all of our exotics, and so forth, or is the servers going to stay up? And a question that he brought up was, what's going to happen with the exotic weapons and armor, um, well, debuff? And what that means is, are we going to be able to equip two weapons, exotic weapons at once? And me personally, I think I kind of like that. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Sorry for this video being a little bit too long. I just wanted to release some of my ideas and thoughts, and I hope you guys did enjoy this. The gameplay that you're seeing behind me, thank you so much, Unserious Boss 18, for helping me get this footage. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys did enjoy, and peace out till next time.